Coach, if you've had a few days to go back and look at Coppin State, and that fourth quarter was really tough for you. What did you see when you went back and review that maybe happened? Now that you've had some time to analyze it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're coming off a tough game and not a result that we wanted at home. We had trouble defensively guarding them. I thought I didn't think our plan at the end of the day. I don't think I had them very organized in a fashion that was good when you look at film. And then I think the other side of that is we definitely needed to be a little bit more tough-minded with the ones that were out there and find a way to get a stop, show enough emotion at home to get some more stops than what we did, and then flip it on the other end and get some baskets. And I thought early in the quarter we got quite a bit of good shots and looks and didn't stick enough of them. And when it started to snowball on us, I didn't think we responded very well. So it needs to be a learning experience, and we need to parlay it into better basketball, in the future. And we have a lot of time to figure it out. I think to a certain degree, our team is probably a little bit too worried or pressing about how good they want to be right now. And I think that we probably showed a lot of improvement from Purdue to Michigan State, and maybe gave a little bit of that focus and concentration away at Coppin State. And they certainly made a lot of big shots, and I didn't think we handled that very well down the stretch when they started to fill it up.
Did the extra time off, because you were planning on having a game in between the Coppin State matchup, did that hurt you a little bit? I mean, sometimes you get too much time off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. We should have been ready to play. And I do think we, in that game we played in spurts well for the first, 32, 34 minutes of that game. We played awful in the last 5-6 minutes. But there was times in there where we really pushed a lead out, and then we needed to find a way to put them away, honestly, and we didn't do it. So I don't really look at that as the cause of our struggles in that game. I think we're developing as a team about maybe who's going to be the backbone offensively and defensively, who's going to be the leader when we need stops and the organizer and different things like that. And I think that it's a group that's trying to learn that.
What do you know about St. Bonaventure? How much have you had a chance to really just get into them and scout? I know they're 5-3. They're on a 2-game losing streak.
Yep.
Tough loss against Bucknell. What have you seen in them?
Yeah, they've really played two really quality teams back-to-back. They played Kent State and Bucknell in back-to-back games. So they got out to a 5-1 start. They're a good defensive team. If you look at their numbers, they make it pretty hard on you to score. Maybe similar to us scheme-wise as far as what they try to do. Offensively, they got a tremendous guard, very, very quick, gets the ball to the spots she wants pretty much whenever she wants to get there. Have some shooting around her, so it's difficult to figure out where you can help off of and different things like that. And we got to really pick our defense up as a team, and I thought that was pretty evident walking out of Coppin State. I think we're in the process of doing that right now. How much we get it fixed in a week, I'll let you know about Sunday at 3 o'clock.
What are they doing on defense? I know they have really limited shot production, especially from the three-point line. They're even better at three-point defense.
Yeah, I really think what it is they're just pretty long, So they do a good job of understanding who is a shooter and who is not, and then, their guards are going to be longer than ours. So when they close with the hand, I think it's pretty, it's a long hand. So I think schematically they're smart about trying to take your best players out of the things they do well, and then they're there to contest shots at the end. And if you do that well as a defense and you're playing together, you can hold teams down and keep them from scoring.
Coach, you mentioned them trying to take away the top options, and obviously you look, and Savannah and Kennedy have consistently been there. How much have you all tried to look to, whether it's CC, whether it's Aaliyah, whoever it may be, that third option that sort of makes all the difference in the world in what they can do defensively?
Yeah, I think maybe I think this word could be stretched across every part of our game, and it's consistency. And you are right. I think Bree Furby's establishing herself as somebody who gets baskets for us. Cece needs to be more consistent, quite frankly. I mean, she started great in the season, and the last 2 games, we need a little bit more punch out of her. I think Aaliyah's a little bit different. I think Aaliyah's learning a new role for us. I think that you're seeing right now I know that she would say she's not playing as well as she wants. I think she's learning that she's going to shoot a little bit more for Marshall than what she did the last 4 years, and that's not always an easy a transition as you think it's going to be from a player. You're trained one way, and now I'm coming off ball screens to maybe try to look to score. And I thought Kennedy went through that a little bit last year. It's like you're going from regardless of how we got here, you're going from an option that they didn't really look at to one of the options that I really want to press on. And I thought at the end of the year last year, when she started to really put up consistent numbers, that's what you started to see. I think this year is a continuation of learning that, but it didn't happen right away. And I think Aaliyah's going through that same process. I think she's trying to figure out how to pick her spots better and then maybe expect herself that, hey, maybe I should have shot that one. But it's, she's going through the process of learning that again.
In terms of caliber of opponent, I know you all have been on the road to Michigan State, been on the road to Purdue. Does it feel like that type of game, though, just because of the talent level that St. Bonaventure possesses?
Yeah, I think the length and the athleticism and stuff like that is very, very good at Bonaventure. It's going to be a tough trip for us. It's a long trip up there. So yeah, I think they play in a great league in women's college basketball, the A10. It's really, really good. So, we've known for a long time that this was going to be a tough game, and I think they're off to a pretty good start. Like I told you, they really had won a lot of games. They've played 2 really good opponents in a row, and it hasn't turned out like they wanted to. And then they play again tonight, so they do have a couple games in between. And it's possible that a game this week would have helped us, but we've been in finals, and I think our team will be ready to play on Sunday. Thank you, guys. Here's Kennedy.
Thanks, Coach.
Great job.
Thanks.
Hey, everybody.
What's happening, Kennedy?
Hey.
Hey, Candy.
Hey.
Hey, if you just would start us out a little bit, you got a tough one this week. You got St. Bonaventure. What have you seen on film, or what do you know about them that you can tell us?
They're very quick. They have some quick posts. I feel like we haven't really played a lot of quick posts, so they have quicker posts that can go to the basket and can shoot the mid-range a little bit. They have some quick guards as well, so I feel like it'll be a really good matchup, honestly. I feel like we match up very well against them, so it should be good.
What do you see as the challenge then? What's the matchup you're excited about most?
I think just to see how we've improved this week on defense. I feel like we've been working a lot on ball defense, so now that we're going against some quicker guards and same speed guards and posts, we're going to really be tested on if we've gotten better at closing the gaps, help defense, stuff like that. So
I know the last game didn't end the way you wanted to, and you've had some days to really go back and look at that. From a mental point of view, how have you as a team and how have you maybe refocused a little bit, knowing that that wasn't your best fourth quarter and you guys could do a lot better?
We just looked at it and we wanted to improve on the things we wanted to improve on. So defense, we watched a lot of film on where we weren't. I feel like we played pretty well up to the fourth quarter. So I feel like we've all kind of talked and we need to finish. I mean, going into conference soon, that's going to be important. I mean, you can play well in the first 3 quarters, but if you don't play well in the fourth, then, it doesn't matter. So I feel like we just kind of came together and talked about how we need to finish better and what spots do we like to get the ball in, what was working for us, and what we can improve on down the stretch.
Kenny, how much do you all feel like you went away from your strengths in the fourth quarter. It seemed like there were a lot of 18-foot pull-up jumpers in that fourth quarter, which led to transition for them. And on the defensive end, it did. It seemed like you all were kind of, I don't want to say letting them get to their spots, but not making them force the issue and go against their norm.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like sometimes we kind of press. I feel like sometimes we want to, like, get the shot. Like, we want to just keep the lead, but, like, we just need to get our shots still. Like, if they make a shot, we don't need to get flustered. And I feel like sometimes we can get flustered, and I feel like that's what happened. So I feel like we've just been working on just to stay calm. Like, okay, they scored a point. We still have the lead. Stay calm. Okay, it's tied. We need to stay calm. They took the lead. We need to stay calm. So I feel like that just comes with just playing. And I feel like we're getting better, but I feel like so now that we're going into conference, it should be fixed for sure.
Do you feel like, I know that, you all had a double-digit lead against Coppin State. It felt like a lot of times teams will try and get the 5-point shot, supposedly, whenever they're behind. It felt like you all were doing that while still ahead of them. Did you all feel like that once you watched the film?
Yeah, I do feel like that. I feel like we took some good shots, but then I also feel like we could have took better shots. I feel like sometimes our shots aren't as great, but they'll go in sometimes. So I'm like, okay, well, but I feel like we can always get a better shot. So that's kind of what we've been working on, is just like we want to run these plays when we're in this situation, and we want this shot rather than that shot. So.
All good?
I'm good here.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Danny.
Yep.